really quite good at this. Made it all the way to min-miss on sandbox mode. Or not which one was it? It was... Here, this one. Balls. uh, honestly, I think it's... Is it default? I can't remember. 13. It's this one. This is my normal campaign save that I made. I made it all the way to Minmus. I have like a moon base that I developed um, that is currently has a bunch of Kerbals in it right now as well. I have a whole bunch of stuff. I was having a problems last time I loaded my game because of lag. Oh, it's bad. I've built so much. This is my normal campaign, so let's see here. I've flown all over the planet too. Let's see here. There's debris. It's system traveler, debris. Can I terminate that? Yeah, I can. I'll show you guys some of the stuff I've built here in a few. I gotta get rid of all these debris first. Debris. It's sad because, well, I do plan on starting over like a brand new game. Playing. Oh, there's a few. Where is the system traveler itself? Oh, 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 it's in a bunch of pieces. Oh, I think it exploded. Well, that's unfortunate. That's gonna take a lot of work to clean up. Oh, you know what? I'm gonna do that later. Oh, that's a lot of debris. This must have happened just recently. Like when I loaded my game, because I swear it wasn't like that. I built several different satellites. Um, the system traveler is my prise de resistance, whatever you want to call it, my masterpiece. And I think it had an update because I used to be able to pack a bunch of solar panels together to where they're side by side, like almost overlapping each other. My problem with it was there was an update, and I think they updated it to where you cannot do that anymore. And now they were ripping themselves apart. Oh, wow, that's a lot of debris. Where's the nearest system traveler? Relay debris, system traveler debris. Here we go. Please don't rip yourself to pieces. I really hope it doesn't explode. I guess we'll find out. If I have to launch new ones, I will. Just, I don't want to have to delete all this debris. It looks cool to me. This is my system traveler. This is what it's supposed to look like. I built this a long time ago. It has the ability to move itself around. It hasn't used any actual fuel, and the fuel's so large. I launched the whole thing up inside of a cylinder. Excuse me. I launched the whole thing up inside of a cylinder, and then I just, open it up as I go, and I drop all the debris back down to the planet, or I just terminate it from space. But this is my perfect. Oh, that's right. No, I wanted it to look like a firefly, so what I did is I took this top section here and I turned it. Basically, I turned it 180, a quick 180, so that these two look like they're on the top and then those two look like on the bottom, and it kind of looks like a dragonfly. When I did that, it caused a bunch of it to mash together, and then I just launched it into space expecting it to be just fine. And I guess before I had a chance to come back and recover the vessel, it had exploded as soon as I released it. You know, I might have a save before I... Let's see, let's see if this one is it. I just want to see if I have a save before it exploded. If so, I could probably terminate the whole thing at once, because it won't let me recover it, that's for sure. It'll have to be a loss, but if I can get it before it explodes... God, I'm gonna have to rebuild it. I'm gonna have to figure out what I did. What do we have here? Yep, no debris. Where are you? What is this? And what is this? And what are these? AC 130 or AC 150 debris. No, don't want to do that. Flights 9, flights 10, flights 9. Oh. 10, 9. Yeah. If I load this one, it should have it in space. That quick save before could be before I launched it, which is a good thing. I can go back and fix it. I don't have to worry about all that debris floating around in space. I know a lot of people don't actually want to see me play this game. I know that mostly I play No Man's Sky and things like that. Oh, the AC-130. This plane took me forever to get to work. Like, it works. Oh, it does work. I'm so much better flying in first person. Let's get that going up. It's kind of loud. Don't mind the noise. It's a bit of a loud plane, but it's massive, massive plane. Has the ability to fly all the way around Kerbal and back again. Why won't you let me run? I can load my save. That's always nice. Flight's 10, that's what I'm looking for. Damn. What button is it to pull up landing gear? I can't remember. Yeah, it's a big plane. Like, huge plane. It packs a lot of fuel. Because I wanted to do a transcontinental flight all the way around Kerbal, and I did. I did do it. What button is it for the landing gear? It's not that. I'm gonna find you. Oh, I got it. Figured it out. Okay, here we go. One more time. With feeling this time. No more landing gear issues. Brakes are off. Why does it still feel like something's dragging? It could be just a weight. What's my speed? What's going on? Something's not right. I guess. As long as I can keep this baby straight. Yeah, I named it the AC-150, so I tried to make it huge and intimidating and very powerful. There we go. No more drag. No more wheel drag. Just gotta get so this thing took me hours to build. Hours and hours and hours to actually get to work. There was trials and error and trials and error and trials and error. For example, one of my wings would always fall off. Oh, listen speed. Yeah, let's just leave it just like that. It should fly itself now. This thing took a long time to get to work. It wasn't easy. It was pretty difficult. And it's big. That's the only problem is I tried making it larger. I tried all sorts of different things to make it bigger. But honest, this is about as big as it gets. I couldn't possibly make something larger. Double up double up the landing gear. This tail fin. I'll pull up. Oh shit, I gotta land this thing, don't I? Well, I guess I'll try to land it here in a little while. I get far away. It's so tiny. It's so little. Still loud as hell though. Man, that's noisy. I could probably drop the speed. No, I'm still only at 2,000. No, that's fine. If you can see, my fuel is still really good. Like, I still have a lot of fuel. And she goes fast. I think, if I'm not correct, I've gotten it up to 1,000 meters per second before, which is fast. Pretty. That's pretty up there. Let's see if we can get it up there. I think I can. If I get it, just gotta get it to a higher altitude. When I'm like close enough to nearing atmospheric break, and then I will go a straight line, and it will just take off. Like start doing real. The only problem with this is that it takes forever to gain altitude because it still weighs an absolute ton. It's just so massive. You know. Surprisingly enough, it does fly. I had wings fall off it. I tried to build a DC-10, which is like an actual DC-10, but it kept on messing up on me, so I just decided to go with something like this. And how I did it, you know, I'm just gonna load my game. You guys seen it fly? You know, no, I don't want to beat that speed. I haven't played it in a long time. It's been a while. Oh, it's so loud. Don't mind the noise. So loud. Look at that chemtrail. Jeez. So yeah, I took the tail fin off of a pre-made ship or plane that the developers had built themselves. I used the tail fin of it because it's perfect. It's perfect. Like you can use that tail fin and make it as big as you want, as long as you can provide the thrust and everything, and don't, you know, so much weight. I think, if I'm not entirely certain, it's at its max limit. I don't know how to make it any longer. If I add one more, it doesn't do this gain altitude fly itself. The SAS does not work. It drops dramatically and it will crash into the ocean. It's like, this is about as good as it's gonna get. It just took me hours of fine-tuning to get the engines perfectly straight inside of the wing, and then put the wings around them, and then add all the elevators and everything so I could actually get it to work. Surprisingly enough, it does. Oh, here we go! Oh yeah, see, we're about to reach 1,000 meters per second. What's my altitude? Altitude is 14,000. Let's straighten her out a little bit. Okay, I'm starting to roll. Can't do that now. It'll be rolling. Go back to straight. Here we go. stop. Wait, no, there we go. Oh, no. Oh no, I'm losing thrust. Oh, I'm losing thrust. Oh, I'm reaching critical altitude. Let's just turn those bitches, turn them off. I'll be able to actually talk to chat if someone comes on to chat. Maybe save a little bit of fuel. Come on, why are you trying to roll? No roll. Come on now. A little more. Nope, nope. Okay, so yeah, it just took me hours of engineering to get it to actually be just right. I think, yeah, those wings are the largest wings that they offer for me to use at the moment, and I am dropping fast. Come on, guys, keep it together. It's just a glide. Yeah, it's so heavy. It's so heavy. Without thrust, it just nosedives. Oh, those engines are still dead. Okay. Let it nosedive. It's the problem with it is that I don't have any engines that can get it out of the atmosphere. I thought about maybe putting something on it that can actually make it leave atmosphere. Maybe I can do a trajectorial flight, or I can fly straight out and up and over, and then right back down onto the planet again. But the best I got is this for now. I heard that I have a DLC that I want to buy. I think it's Breaking Ground or something like that. So you get like more opportunities for stuff once you land. Yeah, look at these struts. These struts just to hold the engines together it took me forever to figure that one out too, because it just kept falling apart. Immediately it'd fall apart without them. I have struts holding the landing gear on, specifically just so the landing gear doesn't break off when you try to land. Landing is still kind of tricky in this thing. It's so heavy that you can't really judge how much speed you need to get a soft landing without breaking the landing gear. It's just so, it is heavy. I don't know how to account for the weight of this thing. I tried my best. I did the best I could. Based upon the tarmac and how it takes off, I think I did pretty well. Especially with using, 2, 4, 6, 8 landing gear. I think, if I'm not certain, that this elevator right here, this little elevator right here, is the fundamental for the whole thing. Without that, it does not fly at all. It doesn't even take off. Like, I don't think I can get it to take off without it. I just need some sort of updraft that will push wind up into the wing and then back out again to the back wing. Okay, so I think I can probably boost these up a little bit. How far have I made it? See, I'm making it pretty far. There's Kerbal right there. There to here. And I've used maybe 10% steady flight right here. If I can keep it from gaining too much altitude, it'll just do this drop and lower thing. Drop and lower. Like it'll lower a little bit and then drop and go up and then drop and go low and then go up and go low. But I think this is about the thrust that you need to actually fly in a steady. So you might be able to make it a little heavier, but you'd just be burning fuel as for the weight, so you necessarily wouldn't get any more distance out of it. Like, I don't know. And you might have to add a stabilizer or some sort of thruster to the back. I used to have a middle one, actually. Believe it or not, you can add another another rocket to this, or booster, or whatever, another jet engine, by putting it right here at the top, at the back tail fin. Where's my cursor? The lag is so real. Anyway, right here, slap one in, right there, and it'll do fine. Have I reached 1,000? Game now, and I'll start showing you guys some other stuff. But that is probably one of my best achievements, I think, so far, was building this plane. Specifically this plane. It took me just so many tries. So many. The biggest problem with it, I guess, was just trying to make sure that it can get off the tarmac and not crash into a wall and fly straight when you're trying to take off. Vessel. Yep. That's pretty good. I don't want to fly that guy right now. Because you can straight up fly that thing forever. Like, it'll just go and go and go. And I think you can circle the globe like once and a half with the fuel you have. Or not at once and a half. Maybe once and a quarter, I think. Yeah, I didn't get nothing for that. Trying to clean out my vape. Okay, yeah, this is before I launched it, I think. Yeah, we did it